What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Oh, very nice Duchess. Very, very nice. Let me know what you think of that one. It's from Drecker, so it's probably going to be fucking delicious. I think I'm ready for a beer. Hope everybody else is ready for a beer. Today should be pretty good. I've only had a few from this brewery, even though they're local to me, and from what I remember having from them, it's pretty good. So we'll see. We shall see. But I'm excited. Oh, nice, Hazy Jane. I've never had anything from Brewdog, to be honest. I'm still surprised I've never had anything from them, but I'll eventually get to it down the road. Oh, what's up, Robert? How you doing, man? Four o'clock, people. Let's do this. Boom. What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. Today, we got another local one we're going to be taking a look at. Like I said before, I haven't really had many beers from this brewery before, but from what I remember having, they were pretty damn good, so I'm pretty excited about this one, because today we're going to be looking at some of Your Wish is Granted by Hop Butcher. Was it Hop Butcher for the World? I believe they're out of Chicago. No, they're out of Darien, Illinois. So a little bit more south than me. But they their namesake and everything kind of gives like big homage to pretty much the city of Chicago itself. And they do some really cool stuff over there. So with this one, it's a double IPA coming out at 7.5% with Citra and Nelson Sauvin hopped. So with that, I'm expecting some like nice citrus notes from the Citra. But then I'm expecting some nice like kind of stone fruit berry kind of notes along with the Nelson Sauvin. So I'm really curious how this is going to mix. I've had a few beers with the Nelson Sauvin kind of thing, and it's nice. And I've had so many beers with Citra, I can't even tell you. So tropical citrus, like berry and stone fruit kind of situations along mixed together, I think is going to sound pretty delicious. I don't think this is a hazy, so this should pour pretty like clear and just like nice and golden. But let's just crack this guy open and see what we're looking at. Let's see what this guy's like on the smell. Oh yeah, bright citrus, getting like kind of like a little bit of a grapiness in there, like a white grape kind of situation. Definitely nice tropical citrus coming through as well, like a nice passion fruit kind of grapefruity kind of thing. Yeah, it smells delicious. I'm excited for this one. So pouring this into my Grim Armory pint glass because, you know, it's Thursday. And yeah, let's see how this guy pours. Yeah, exactly what I was expecting. Really nice, crisp, kind of light golden color. Little bit of like a nice little white head to it. But yeah, look at that. It looks nice, crisp, and refreshing. Look at that. Let's see what we're getting on the smell now. Still getting a lot of like those bright citrus notes coming through. Maybe still some passion fruit. I'm getting still a lot of those like white grapey kind of notes too as well, which I'm kind of excited to try in a brew. So without further ado, let's give this guy a shot. So cheers, everybody. Oh yeah, very hoppy. Right off the bat, that hops just hits you right in the face. Definitely has a nice like kind of citrusy note coming through on there as well. And that like kind of grapiness I get in there, it's very subtle, but it's like more of like fresh grape off the vine, and you kind of grab the grape off the vine, you grab like a little bit of leaves with it, so there's like a vegetal kind of flavor with it too, which is very nice because you kind of get like a natural vegetal kind of thing along with the hops as well. It kind of brings in like that cohesive hoppy flavor. But yeah, this is exactly what there's a nice little like sweetness, like a little bit of like a malty sweetness on the back note that just kind of lingers on the tongue, kind of like a passion fruit malty sweetness that sits there. But yeah, that is very nice. Definitely crisp, refreshing. Definitely leaves like an oily mouthfeel, which is nice and hoppy. I like that. It's not too hoppy, which is nice, but definitely lets you know that you're drinking a double IPA for sure. And yeah, really not much more to explain with this one. It's delicious. So let's talk about Hop Butcher for the World a little bit, because how they kind of got their name together it's pretty cool. Because they kind of quoted in this poem, Carl Sandburg refers to the great city of Chicago as hog butcher for the world, pretty much because Chicago was one of the biggest, was the center of the meat packaging. Like when it came to the United States, Chicago was the meat processor and meat packing kind of situation of the country at one point. So kind of bring an homage back when like the railroad times, and that's when it was big. That's why Chicago got pretty much their namesake for everything. So they kind of took a swing off of that, like kind of giving homage to the Union stockyards and all that kind of situation. But they also kind of put in their own kind of way to it, because these guys are a lover for hops. So like the hoppy beers is pretty much what these guys try to go for a lot. So they decided to put it all together and make it Hop Butcher for the World. And they're located like a little bit south of me. I would say that's Darien, Illinois is probably getting a little, I would say that's probably like 45 minutes south of me, I think. But yeah, I really like how they kind of quoted a famous kind of, bring in the kind of, how do I explain this? Like the greatness of Chicago into their name kind of situation, which Chicago's always been a great city. There's a lot of stuff that you can do there. So many good things that have like kind of upstarted from there. So it's really cool to kind of pay homage to the biggest city near you, which is Chicago for Darien, Illinois. But yeah, they absolutely knocked it out of the park with this one. Very, very delicious, very crisp, refreshing, nice oily mouthfeel. Everything that you kind of look for a nice, simple double IPA. And they really they didn't do anything to reinvent the wheel with this one, I don't think. They just used two hops that I think, after I'm trying this, these two hops actually go together pretty well when it comes to the Citra and the Nelson Sauvin. Nelson Sauvin. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but whatever. Yeah, these ones I've been noticing, they kind of mix pretty well, because when it comes to bringing in like nice citrusy notes with like a tropical fruitness, like taste with it, and adding like a nice stone fruit berry kind of flavor along with the Nelson Sauvin that bring notes of like grape, passion fruit, all that kind of stuff. It mixes really well together. So it's like kind of that Citra and Mosaic kind of situation to where it's similar, but like with some Mosaic, you kind of get more of like a little bit of citrus along with nice like kind of strawberry berry notes along with like a nice kind of piney hoppiness to it. But this is just more of like that kind of white grape, tropical citrus, a little bit of stone fruit, like a passion fruit in there, and it's nice. Definitely, there's a hoppiness, but it's not like a piney hoppiness. It's like I don't want to get into. I'm trying to think of if I would consider like a dank hoppiness, but kind of in that realm. But it's more of, to me, it's like a dank vegetal hoppiness, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it's delicious. It's simple, crisp, clean. I mean, nice, clear. I wouldn't say clear, but not really hazy at all. Yeah, just a nice, crisp double IPA, which I think they did a really good job on. So let's see what they have to say about this one on Untappd. So Your Wish is Granted double IPA, like I said before, comes in at a 7.5% ABV. And with over 4,207 ratings, this one has an average rating of 4.02 out of 5 on Untappd, which is really good. That's definitely higher up there when it comes to having that many ratings. So let's see. So I think if you would have averaged that out, I think every 1,000 people, I feel like it's like a 4 out of 5 they're given, because that would make it average. So it's like, I don't know. But let's see what people are rating this one. So somebody gave it a 4 out of 5, another 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5, 3.75. Let's see, is that a 4.25? Yes, it is. Okay. Somebody give it a 3.5, saying they're not digging the white grape. Otherwise, fine. I wonder why they wouldn't be digging the white grape. I think like a white grape plus like a citrus note, kind of it's balancing on the citrus to me, especially when you kind of incorporate the other flavors that the Nelson Sauvin brings in when it comes to like passion fruit and all that kind of stuff. Brings in more of those tropical notes as well. But I feel like that white grape with like kind of that vegetal kind of flavor kind of balances out like the citrus and the kind of like the acidity of the citrus when it comes to the flavors you get out of that, which I think they did a really good job in. It kind of brings like that other kind of form of hoppy flavor you get where it's like more vegetal, not as piney or dank kind of situation. But yeah, I think they did a really good job. Definitely delicious. So let's start going down. And the cool thing is when you go on Hop Butcher's website, if you're looking to find some of their stuff, Derek, you might be able to find some of their stuff if you're watching right now. I think most of their stuff is only available in Illinois, or maybe probably getting more towards like kind of getting a little bit southern Illinois, but kind of staying in the northwest suburbs. But you can find it tells you where you can find their beer locations and all that stuff. So it tells you on their website where it's like where they have their stuff on tap, where their stuff is on tap, and where you can find cans. So there's a bunch of locations within the northwest suburbs area where you can find some Hop Butcher over there, which I really like. At least they give you the exact locations where you can probably, let's see, if you click on one, it'll probably take you up. So if you click on the links in their kind of website area, then it'll kind of take you to the website of the store that they have stock of, which is really cool. So if you want to like get the address or anything, you can get that from there. But that's really nice that they do that. Instead of like having to type in your zip code and go through a map situation, they actually just tell you the stores that have stocked their stuff and may still have stock of other stuff from them. But looking at more of their website, they have a bunch of cool stuff on here as well when it comes to glassware, stickers. There's one with a hot dog with a boxing glove on. That's pretty cool. Of course, you got some nice glassware. They actually got a pitcher, which I think is pretty nice. Never seen somebody. I wonder if that's a glass pitcher. I don't know. That'd be cool if that was a glass pitcher. It'd be huge, though. And of course, you got shirts, long sleeves. Let's see. You got some. What are these? Okay, that's actually really cool. They actually sell like their logo plastic cups. So it's like if you're kind of something where it was like a to-go situation, or if you're wanting to have this at the house, that's actually really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Got everything from posters, from all the other kind of art, like beers that they've come out with when it comes to their art. And of course, you can get you can actually get if you're an Illinois resident, you can get the stuff shipped to you as well. So shipping add-on. So they ship their stuff UPS, but it looks like it says it's just shipping add-on non-Illinois residents only. So I'm wondering if that maybe means that you can get some of their buy some of their merch and stuff outside of the state, and they just ship it to UPS. I think that's really cool, really really cool, and it shows like different beers they come out with. It shows the art of their stuff, which is really really cool. The art that they've come out with a lot of their stuff is fantastic, very very unique, and kind of has more of those like kind of scribble drawing kind of situation, and also shows different breweries that they've collabed with and kind of what the name of those beers are. So that's really cool as well. But enough with the website, enough with kind of talking about what people have to say about them on Untapped, and let's talk about what our ratings for this stuff is going to be. So let me pour the rest of this in the glass real quick. Take another swig because it's delicious. And let's look at can art. Yeah, can art is awesome. I really like how they kind of did an homage to the movie Big. I don't know if you've ever seen that Tom Hanks movie where, I know it's very popular. It's a very very unpopular movie. I know, sarcasm, but kind of showing that the game, then the machine, the fortune telling thing that turned him into an adult. So pretty much did that, and like really cool thing they did on there, which they name the hops that are in there right on his like the tassels on his coat, which I think is a nice touch. And I really like how the drawing, it's like a drawing on the label pretty much, and there's a nice like holographic kind of look to it where the eyes kind of glow if you move it to like an angle kind of situation. Yeah, very very nice. I really like the Hop Butcher labels. It's definitely very very unique when it comes to having those, like, because to me this kind of drawing on here or art kind of reminds you of like a pencil drawing, like if they're using colored pencils or just regular pencils, something like that. Doesn't look like something that's done by paint, which it gives that really nice look to it. And they took up a good amount of real estate on here. I know there's a little bit right there, that's nothing, but then you have the Hop Butcher, and then it kind of tells you what tasting notes that you're going to get from the hops on there, which is really nice touch that they give you. Kind of pretty much tell you what you're going to expect. But yeah, really really solid. I'm going to give this a solid, like, between like a 4.5 and a 4.75. I think I'm going to lean more towards the 4.75 just because it's kind of like an homage to the movie Big, which is a movie I absolutely love. Haven't watched it in a while, but it's a great movie. If you have not watched it, I highly recommend it. But let's see. If I got this beer on tap at Hop Butcher, would I get another one? Well, if not got on tap, but if I got it in a flight, would I get another one? Yeah, I probably would, to be honest. It's nice. It's refreshing. There's the nice oily mouthfeel. Like I said before, they're not trying to reinvent the wheel when it comes to kind of creating new flavors out of hops that usually give you specific flavors already. They're not trying to do anything crazy. They're just putting two hops together that they think mesh pretty well together, which I can definitely agree after trying this one. And they did a good job at it. They just wanted to make a pretty solid double IPA, and I think they did. They absolutely did. So, what is my final rating on this guy going to be? I think I'm going to give this one a solid 8 out of 10. Really, really nice. Would definitely recommend if you're a nice kind of double IPA fan, if you're not looking for anything hazy or kind of crazy, too citrusy, and you kind of just want a nice, crisp double IPA, this would definitely be one that you would really enjoy, I think. Very, very solid. So big shout outs to Hop Butcher for coming out with another solid one. I only remember having at least like one other of their brews before, so being able to experience another one and be able to enjoy it, they're on a nice little roll, even though it's been a couple of years since I've had the first one. But that's okay. There's so many breweries within my area and throughout the country that I haven't even heard of yet that I'm hopefully going to be able to experience at some point in time. So yeah, absolutely stellar job from Hop Butcher. I'm really a big fan of this one. But without further ado, guys, I think that's pretty much it for today. So thank everybody in chat for hanging out. You guys are awesome. Make sure to hit that like button on your way out. Also, if you're watching on the replay and you're drinking a beer while you watch this, let me know what you're drinking down in the comments below. I want to see what other people are drinking while they're watching my stuff. Just kind of get an idea of maybe stuff for me to look out for in the future. Who knows? Because you could be somewhere else throughout the country drinking some crazy good craft beer that I have no idea exists, and I might be able to get my hands on it. Or it might be something I have to look out for and try to get my hands on. Who knows? But, yeah, do that in the comments below if you're watching the replay. But other than that, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Since it's Thursday, we'll get to our usual Thursday thing. We know how the stream usually ends when it comes to things on Thursday. But just a quick notice, tomorrow the stream might end up being a little bit later. I'm not expecting it to be much later than the usual time. I'm still hoping for it to be around 4 o'clock. Who knows? Maybe it might be closer to like 4:30, 5 o'clock, just depending on what... Because I'm going to get my hair cut tomorrow, and it usually takes a good amount of time to cut my hair just because I have so much of it. So... my appointment's for 2 o'clock, but who knows when it comes to travel and traffic and all that stuff. I just want to give you guys a heads up if you don't see the stream up for the scheduled time or anything posted. There still will be a review tomorrow, but it might be a little bit later in the day. So just keep in mind that. But other than that, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So again, thank you everybody again for hanging out. You guys are amazing. Also, make sure to hit that like button again. And if you're on Untappd, and normally B is after. What's up, Jake? How you doing, brother? But yeah. What was I gonna say? Crap. If you like a nice social media aspect to beer, highly recommend everybody who enjoys craft beer to get yourself on Untappd. There's so many different things you can do on there when it comes to finding local breweries near you, finding local bars that are Untappd certified to where possibly when you check in at that bar you get a specific badge they got made. Who knows? But it's such a cool platform for kind of giving beer drinkers a social media platform for themselves and be able to kind of communicate with other craft beer lovers, with other beers that they like, leave comments, all that kind of stuff. And plus they have a bunch of deals that they do when it comes to like giving out discount codes for different like beer subscription services or different deals when it comes to glassware that Untappd has available. Really, really cool service. So I highly recommend everybody who likes craft beer to make sure to go download Untappd. And if you want to shoot me a friend request, link to my profile is down in the description below for you guys. But other than that, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to do it like I always do it, and we're going to end the Thursday beer review like we always do. So remember, guys, if you're going to drink responsibly, don't drink and drive, and cheers. Let's do this. See ya.